SITREP World Briefing for July 8, 2026. The United States launched fresh strikes on Iran overnight after ships were attacked in the Strait of Hormuz, and Iranian forces answered by targeting U.S. military positions across the Gulf. President Donald Trump said a tentative ceasefire reached last month was effectively over after the latest fighting. The Strait of Hormuz, between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula, carries a large share of global seaborne oil exports, which is why even a single day of combat there can rapidly spill into energy markets and regional security planning. Iran's Revolutionary Guards said Tehran retaliated for the U.S. attacks by striking bases used by American forces in Bahrain and Kuwait, broadening the confrontation beyond Iranian territory and the shipping lane itself. Bahrain is home to the U.S. Fifth Fleet, while Kuwait has long served as a major logistics hub for American operations in the region, making both countries strategically important in any escalation between Washington and Tehran. Financial markets reacted immediately, with oil prices rising more than 3% as traders priced in the risk of further disruption to tanker traffic through the narrow waterway. For regional governments in the Persian Gulf, the stakes are immediate because any sustained exchange involving commercial shipping, Iranian missile fire, and U.S. counterstrikes could affect export volumes, insurance costs, and military deployments from Bahrain to Kuwait within days. Ukrainian authorities said they found Anastasia Berezovska, the woman suspected of carrying out last week's bombing in Monaco, dead in Ukraine. The Security Service of Ukraine said she had gunshot wounds to the head, bringing a sudden end to a cross-border manhunt that followed an attack in the Principality in which a Ukrainian millionaire was injured. Her death shifts the focus of the case from locating a fugitive to determining who killed a key suspect before investigators could question her in court. The development is significant because the Monaco blast had already drawn attention as a violent attack linking a luxury Mediterranean enclave with Ukraine's wartime security landscape. Investigators were pursuing Berezovska over the bombing after the businessman was hurt in the explosion, and the discovery of her body in Ukraine now raises new questions about accomplices, motive, and whether the attack was part of a broader criminal or personal network. For Ukrainian authorities, the case also carries reputational weight because it combines an attempted killing abroad with a suspicious death at home, forcing coordination between domestic security services and foreign investigators. Twin bomb attacks wounded 18 people near the Four Seasons Hotel in Damascus, Syria, where French President Emmanuel Macron spent the night during a state visit on Tuesday. Syrian authorities continued his program in the capital, and the visit went ahead after the attack near one of the city's most heavily secured locations. The incident struck at a sensitive moment for Syria's leadership, which has sought international engagement and reconstruction support after years of war and isolation. Macron said France was ready to help rebuild Syria's economy and banking sector, signaling that Paris wanted to pair political outreach with practical assistance. For Damascus, a blast near the Four Seasons Hotel during a high-profile foreign visit was both a security failure and a reminder that attracting investment, diplomatic normalization, and reconstruction partners depends on proving that the state can protect senior visitors, major hotels, and key institutions in the city. Marine Le Pen said on Tuesday that she would run for president in France after an appeals court upheld her conviction but reduced the period during which she is barred from seeking office. Le Pen, the leader of the far-right National Rally Party, presented the ruling as leaving open a path to compete in the next presidential race. The case keeps legal pressure on one of the most recognizable figures in French politics, but the shorter ban changes the immediate electoral calculation for both National Rally and its rivals ahead of the 2027 contest. The appeals ruling matters beyond Le Pen personally, because National Rally has spent years trying to convert strong showings in legislative and European elections into control of the French presidency. In France's two-round presidential system, candidate eligibility can quickly reshape alliances on the right and force President Emmanuel Macron's political opponents and successors to recalculate strategy months before formal campaigning intensifies. Le Pen has been a dominant force in French politics for more than a decade, taking national rally from the political margins into the center of national debate on immigration, sovereignty, security, and France's relationship with the European Union. Her announcement on July 8th does not end the legal controversy surrounding the conviction, but it does signal that she plans to fight the next election. For France's mainstream parties, that means preparing for another campaign in which Le Pen's personal standing, as much as her party's platform, is likely to shape the tone and structure of the presidential field. Sources and the full written briefing are available at sitrepbrief.com.